If you are thinking about downsizing on the main line, there is one question almost everyone asks right away. Should we sell first or buy first? And most people assume there is only one right answer. Hi, I'm Mila. I help downsizers sell their properties here on the main line in suburban Philadelphia. And if you are thinking about selling, call or text me. I'd be happy to guide you through the process. After working with downsizers who've lived in their homes for 20, 30, even 40 years, I can tell you this. The wrong decision here can cost you money, sleep, and leverage. And the right decision depends far more on your situation than the market headlines. Today, I'll walk you through why most downsizers get this wrong, what actually happens when you sell first versus buy first on the main line, and how to choose the safer option for you. Why this decision is especially hard on the main line. Most downsizers I work with have lived in their homes 20, 30, even 40 years. Statistically, homeowners who owned that long tend to have significantly more equity and much stronger emotional ties to their home. At the same time, mainline inventory remains limited, and well-located, downsized home often receive multiple offers quickly. So people feel pulled in both directions. Fear of selling without somewhere to go, and fear of buying and not selling in time. This is where emotional decisions creep in and where mistakes happen. Let's start with selling first. Why many downsizers choose to sell first? One of the biggest advantages of selling first is certainty. When you sell first, you know exactly how much money you are working with. Not an estimate, not a guess, but real numbers after commissions, closing costs, and taxes. That clarity matters. And it means you shop for your next home based on facts, not assumptions. You don't overextend just in case. And you make calmer, more confident decisions. Another major benefit is not carrying two homes at once. On the main line, carrying two properties can mean double property taxes, double insurance, and double utilities and maintenance. Even for a short period, that adds pressure. Selling first removes that entirely. It also gives you a strong negotiation position when you buy. On the main line especially, clean offers matter more than aggressive offers. If you already sold, you don't need a home sale contingency, which strengthens your offer immediately. You can move faster and sellers take you more seriously and compete confidently with cash buyers, even if you are not one. Certainly is extremely attractive to sellers. How the fear I almost every time. But where we sell, where are we going to live in meantime? This is the one number concern, the complete valid. What most people don't realize is that selling first doesn't mean rushing or being homeless. There are options that can be planned before you even list. Rent backs, which are very common and allow you to stay after closing. Short-term rentals, which can serve as a comfortable bridge. Flexible closings, negotiated upfront to give you time. When this is done correctly, sellers often have weeks or even months of flexibility, time to shop without panic, and control over the process. Selling first doesn't mean chaos. It means strategy, protection, and leverage. Now, let's talk about buying first. Buying first feels safer emotionally, but securer. The next home, you know where you're going, and it removes the fear of what if I can find something. But financially, it's often riskier. Once you buy first, the situation changes. You are not longer choosing the best time to sell. You on a clock. Data consistently shows that homeowners who must sell after buying are more likely to accept price reductions, more likely to compromise on terms, and more likely to feel pressure as days on the market increase. Listing time to urgency tend to stay on the market longer, attract tougher negotiations, and weaken seller leverage. Buyers can sense when a seller needs a deal to happen. Buying first isn't always wrong. It can work if you are not dependent on your sales proceeds, you have strong cash reserves, or your timeline is extremely flexible. In those cases, buying first can provide peace of mind. But those situations are the exceptions, not the norm. Why buying first backfires for many downsizers? For many downsizers, buying first creates layered stress. You are suddenly managing two mortgages or housing payments, two tax bills, two insurance policies, and constant financial pressure. That pressure shows up in negotiations. Instead of saying, we will wait for the right buyer, people start thinking, let's just take it. That's where money is quietly lost. I've seen sellers give up on price, on repairs, on favorable closing terms, not because their home wasn't valuable, but because time enforced their hand. The biggest hidden risk of buying first isn't the market, it is loss of leverage. I've seen downsizers lose more on the sale side than they gained on the purchase, simply because timing wasn't planned correctly. The best decision isn't sell first or buy first, it is plan first. The questions that matter most are: how dependent are you on sale proceeds? How flexible is your timeline? Can we negotiate possession or rent back options? How much pressure are you willing to tolerate financially? Once these are answered, the right path becomes clear. After the move, most downsizers tell me one of two things. I'm so glad we didn't rush. I wish we had planned this earlier. Very few say, I wish we moved faster. That tells you everything. If you're thinking about downsizing on the main line or trying to figure out timing, I've created a free pre-sale checklist that walks through financial preparation, timeline planning, and common mistakes to avoid. It's not a sales pitch, just a smart start point. If this video helped, like and subscribe. I share practical guidance for mainline homeowners who want to move with clarity and confidence. Please call or text me. My name is Mila. Thank you for watching.